Hello everyone, I am Erika of beadingschool.com and you are watching my weekly beady broadcast, Coffee Time with Erika. I hope that you can see me, I hope that you can hear me. Today I'm going to show you how I am drawing my beading tutorials. Please let me know in a comment if you can hear me, if you can see me. It would be very helpful to know. I don't see your comments yet. Trying to refresh. Oh, Katie is here and she says loud and clear. Hoping your throat is okay. Thank you so much, Katie. It is a bit shaky, so after a while it hurts a little bit, but I'm doing my best and I'm really happy that today we can spend a bit of time together. Eleanor is also here, and Sherry is here, and Martha is here. Wonderful ladies. I hope you have a nice cup of coffee prepared, or a lemonade, or a tea, or an ice cream, whatever you like. Lutka is also here. And Kata is here, and Joanne is here. So before I would start showing you how I am drawing my beading tutorials, then I would like to thank you for everything what you did last week at beading school, for attending coffee time, for attending No One Has to Bead Alone, for all the beautiful jewels that you have posted, for your kindness and all the fun during the Beading School Academy lunch break hosted by our Zuzi this time. Of course, I would like to thank you for all your orders that you have placed during International Beading Week organized by the Bead Workers Guild, taking advantage of the Preciosa crystal deal. And of course, most importantly, for all the good vibes in the Beading School Club. I'm very happy that so many of you decided to download the Toscana tutorial. It was really designed with lots of love. I designed this for you and for International Beading Week specifically when I was staying in the mountains in Slovakia, seeing all the wildflowers. So there was a very specific source of inspiration, even if this is called something else and it doesn't resemble any kind of specific flower from Slovakia, but the nature definitely had a very good effect on my creativity. And can you guess, I'm just curious, would you like to guess how many people downloaded the gift tutorial for the Toscana bracelet? In the meanwhile, I would like to greet Joanne and Tanya. Thank you, Tanya. And Mariana and Debbie and Katja and Leslie is here. Leslie, I'm super happy to see you. And let's see, Corinne is here. Facebook user friend, Gunel, Honey, Iris. Honey is guessing 100. It's more than 100, I can say. Tanya is guessing 1,587. That's a bit too much. Katja is very close. Katja is very close. And hi, Irina. Good to see you, ladies. So I don't have the number that how many beaders decided to download the tutorial through the No One Has to Bead Alone page. I don't have statistics of that. I see how many beaders downloaded the tutorial from the Beading School Bead Shop, and there the number is indeed very close to 500. I checked it in the morning. I didn't check it since then, so I don't have an exact number, but I'm really excited because I'm expecting then at least 500 different variations of the Toscana bracelet. So thank you so much, ladies, for your enthusiasm. Thank you for sharing the link to Toscana with your beading friends, and I can't wait to see your variations. I already saw some bracelets and earrings and pendants. I'm also expecting a brooch. I think that would be very nice, and I'm very, very like it's super fulfilling to see you being happy with Toscana. And oh, thank you so much, Leslie, for your kind words. And hi, Belinda, and hi, Sunshine, and Jessica. And indeed, a great number. I had to oh my God, double check. Am I right? Did I do something wrong with when I extracted the numbers from the database? But yes, it was around 500 indeed, even after double checking and triple checking. Katja will start with it after her vacation. Then I hope that, oh my God, then that would mean that I would wish that you are looking forward to the end of your vacation. No. Enjoy your vacation very much. And before I would start drawing today, I would like to just remind you the Toscana stays there forever. So even if you haven't downloaded it yet, then you can always head over. It will be available as a gift tutorial forever and ever until beading school, and I am here for you. Also, I hope that you checked out and enjoyed all the activities organized by the Guild. It was a very eventful, nice week with lots of things happening. And also, if you need some more inspiration, then if you go to the Bead shop, beadingschool.com, then you will also find the tutorials that I prepared for the previous years of the International Beading Week. Alicia's flower, it's in the top row, the pretty one with the gem duos, the purple gem duos, and the mustard yellow half tillas. That's a really good one to bead, I think. Hands up who beaded Alicia's flower. And then in the bottom row, we have gemstone rose and star anise. And those feel very special because those were International Beading Weeks before stupid pandemics. So we actually came together with a big bunch of Dutch and even international beaders here in Amsterdam, and we beaded those two motifs together. Also with honey, for example, and that was really, really nice. And in the meanwhile, Antoinette and Constance is here. You haven't beaded Alicia's flower yet. I'm surprised. And Robin is here. Oh, I'm glad you could set the notifications, Robin. Cynthia says, I'm laying in my bed with a broken ankle. I see the doctor on Monday because I have to have surgery to put a pin in my ankle. Cynthia, I'm so sorry to hear. We will be thinking of you and wishing you a speedy recovery. And please let us know how are you, okay? Katie made the Alicia with 3 motifs. Katie is here to inspire you, dear Miriam. Tanya also made a necklace. So let's start beading virtually. So first of all, I would like to say a few words about the program that I am using. So I'm using the program called Adobe Illustrator, and it is a super nice professional program that comes together in a package with Photoshop and Premiere Pro, which is a video editor. So that's what I'm going to show you. It's not going to be a full tutorial like, yay, this is how you can draw beading diagrams, because that would not fit into the format of Coffee Time with Erika. It was one of our goals during the spring to so my fellow creatives, Veronka and Zuzi, together the three of us are the creative team at Beading School. So I was teaching Zuzi and Veronka how to draw beading illustrations in Adobe Illustrator. And I can tell you that it is a long project. It took us, I think, a month or two to get over the basics. So today I'm going to show you what I am doing, but this is like not a step-by-step tutorial, just to like give you a little insight into my work. And I know that that's actually a very frequent question when I show you little videos of drawing beading diagrams, like, yay, what kind of program are you using and how do you do that? So at least a little sneak peek. And I have, oh my God, I'm trying to like now hide this. Okay. So my history in beading diagrams, I started out about, oh my God, many years ago, maybe 10, 12 years ago, to draw beading diagrams. So it is a process. I started out with a free program called Inkscape, and I actually looked up one of my tutorials and I made a screenshot of a detail of it, that how it looked like. And I think if you are familiar with my tutorials, then you can immediately see the difference. Of course, it's also affected by that simply I have more experience in drawing, but also while Inkscape is a free program, and it's super nice, of course, but it has its limitations. And Adobe is just, yeah, it is a professional one. It has its positives and negatives, of course. And so far, I started to work, I switched to Adobe Illustrator about, well, that was my first project when I arrived to Amsterdam, to the Netherlands, that now it's time to learn a professional graphic design program. So I can tell you it was exactly 7 years ago, because it was 7 years ago that I moved to the Netherlands. And yeah, now I feel very comfortable with it. And up until now, I didn't really find anything that Adobe Illustrator would not be able to do. All the functions that came to my mind, or something that I encountered while drawing the illustrations, drawing the diagrams, or putting together the PDF files, it does everything that I wished for. What is also nice about it, that once you learn it, then it is a very logical program and a very comfortable program to use. But yeah, I will also tell you about the negatives after it. But once you get there, then it's nice. But I really appreciate that there is also, since it's such a famous program and one of the, I think, or if maybe even the most widely used graphic design program out there. So there is tons of help out there on YouTube, different courses. I signed up back then for a course that walked me through the basics. So that's super nice about it. And what I also enjoyed a lot, why I also enjoy it a lot, how I said that it comes together with Photoshop, where I work with pictures that I take, and it also comes together with Premiere Pro, where I edit my video tutorials. And you can also work with templates and shared folders. That comes very handy if there is a team like 𝐌𝐻𝐃𝐃𝐈���𝐍𝐆 and me. So there are lots of nice features. What is not so nice about it, that there is indeed a steep learning curve at the beginning. You have to sit down, you have to put in the hours, you have to like focus, understand, practice again. So I'm not a graphic designer. I was learning it on my own. So yeah, but all that time it pays off at the end. I can only recommend it. What is also a negative about it, that it's not a specific beading program. There are also some beading programs, graphic programs out there, which I designed, made up specifically for beaders. This is not for beaders specifically. So there will not be yet a tutorial out there, probably, that, yeah, this is how you draw beads. So you need to adapt everything to your own specific needs. It's also one of the downsides that it is expensive. It comes in the package with Photoshop and Premiere Pro. So when you break it down, then it's not a tragedy, but it is not a free program. And also, especially if you use these programs in combination one with another, I often have all three of them running on my computer. Then you need a strong computer to be able to like comfortably use them, instead of like hitting save and then waiting for 2 minutes. So let's see. That's about the general things. Do you have any questions about the program in general? Oh, thank you, Connie. Connie says, I love your drawings. They are always so clear and easy to follow. That was my goal when I decided to learn and switch to Adobe, to make it easy for you ladies to understand. So I'm really happy that it worked out. And hi, Barbara, in the meanwhile, and Cindy, and Nicolene, and Anita, and Jennifer. So if there are no questions, then let's see first the project that I am going to draw now. I have it on my bead mat. It's actually a work in progress piece. And, well, once I was playing so much with the lily flowers, then I just could not put them away yet. And this design we were not embroidering for quite some time, so my fingers were itching for months already. I love bead embroidery, and this design, it was born in my head already like months ago, when I first got the origami flower beads and the lilies. So once I decided that, okay, I will dedicate the next hour to embroidery, and I sat down to it, then it was just born right away. So thank you so much, ladies. Cat is not actually a cabochon, but it is a bead. So there is one hole running through it. So, and now it's time to switch to the program. There will be a little bit of arranging in the technical side. still be sharing my screen. It's enough if I am small. Can you still hear me talking? Isn't there an echo? Can you please let me know? Barbara has a good question. I have no mathematical understanding. Can I learn Illustrator? I don't have, it's a super good question. I don't have a yes or no answer to it. I think it is important to understand angles. So, for example, when my motif is divided into 8 or 6 equal parts, then I have to do the math and figure out that by how many angles do I need to copy and place again the beads. So it does help if you are if you have a good understanding of I think the English word is trigonometry or geometry. Please help me out, ladies, when you are like drawing shapes and whatever. That was the only part of mathematics where I was good at. So I'm really happy that I can use that experience. Okay, in the meanwhile, you ladies say that you still hear me talking and there is no echo. So geometry, thank you, Cindy. So let's get started. Sorry, just arranging my things here in a way so I still see your comments, but I'm also switching to my Illustrator. Sorry. Okay. So I prepared 3 of the beads already that we are going to need. As you can see, I have here a lily flower bead, I have here a wax solo, and I have here a Miyuki Delica size 11. What I don't have here yet is the origami flower bead. So let's draw that first. So I'm selecting now this tool, which can draw circles for me. And once I click with it, then I can mark that I would like to draw a circle that is 18 times 18 millimeters, since that is the size of the origami flower bead. The origami flower bead, it also has a little circle in the middle, so I'm going to draw that. The program knows that, reminds me when I'm exactly in the center, so that's super nice. So these 2 circles are now aligned to each other. I'm also going to draw some lines to make the origami flower bead a little bit more lifelike, like it looks in the reality. So there are 12 of these lines, and what I'm going to do, 12 segments of decorations, that instead of trying to draw all of them by hand, I drew one and I click in the center that I want to rotate that line, and I want to rotate it by an angle 360 degrees, since that's a circle divided by 12. So I'm copying it and then just repeating it over and over again. And Now I actually would like to also complete the lines, so it's easier for me if I draw centered. So what I really like about this program, that it gives me these helping tools. So I see now that I'm in the middle, and it makes it for me super easy to be aligned. So again, I'm rotating this part by 30 degrees, just repeating the step. So you can see that it looks a lot more like an origami flower bead now. There is also a little extra decoration inside those parts. So I'm going to make that. There are all these handy functions that I can reflect and rotate. So I have this part now, and okay, I'm also making it a little bit thinner. Or actually, I have an idea. Okay, this is not completely symmetric now, so what I'm doing is I'm mirroring that half part. I can choose to mirror it vertically or horizontally. And now it's in the middle of this other part, and I can choose again to rotate it and repeat the pattern. So now I'm happy with how it looks like. And I'm connecting all of them into one group. So when I click on this, then I can move everything together. So I have also my origami flower bead now. And what I need to do now is to color, of course, my beads. Actually, I don't have to draw all the time all the beads that I am using. Of course, I have like a big file containing all the beads that I am using, even some of the filigrees. So these are also drawn by just repeating the pattern. I draw one part of it and then I'm rotating and mirroring. So that's how all of this, also the fancy shapes, come to being. But I also need to color the beads. So what I'm doing is that I also have a file where I have some of my favorite colors already collected. At the beginning, I tried to like make a color for everything separately, but it was a Goliath task. So what I'm doing now, I have my favorites here, and then I'm adjusting the colors if I need to. So I copied here these swatches. I selected 4 swatches, and I'm now coloring the beads. So there is this tool to select the bead that I want to color. This is my lily flower. I want it to be this color. So now it's this nice periwinkle bluish purple. I want to also color my Delica bead. It's already dark purple. This is my origami flower bead. And this is my Vex solo. So I can now delete the swatches. So this is how it looks like. I'm hitting the save button because I later want to use this as, of course, in an illustration. And do you have any questions, ladies? I will now take a look at the comments. I was not able to keep an eye at the same time on the comments, to read the comments, and on my Illustrator, that's too much, I think, for me at the moment. So now I'm going to read your comments. Kate says, I have used Adobe Illustrator for 20 years. Look in the Astute Graphics Illustrator plugins. They make most of the Bezier curve, pen and mirroring and duplication work take seconds. I think it could really help in pattern production. I will look into it. Thank you so much for the recommendation. So far, I find that all the functions that I need, they are already included in Illustrator, but I have never heard about this, what you are mentioning, so I will check it out for sure. Thank you so much. And thank you, Leslie. And Tanya says, it looks like a great program for when you are designing. You can also see that making tutorials is time consuming, and that's only the drawing part, not the creative part. So when people see this, they can think about why patterns can be expensive and why patterns should not be shared or copied. Thank you so much for saying that, Tanya. I think it's a lot more work to draw this than many people imagine. So I'm super happy actually to share this part of the process with you, because I think it's also fun to see. It used to be a nuisance at the beginning while I got to be comfortable with it, but now, of course, beading is the most fun part of the process, but drawing is also like, yay, I'm creating. So I love it a lot, really. And hi, Sharon, in the meanwhile, and Rit Marie. Connie is asking, how long did it take to learn this? I don't have an exact answer for you, because I already knew how to use the free graphic design program, and that took me maybe a few weeks or 1 or 2 months to get comfortable at. And then when I switched to Illustrator, then yeah, it felt like, oh my god, this is different. But in fact, some skills and understanding were already there, so I did not start from zero. But I went through an online training which had, I think, around 100 chapters. So my goal was that time to at least do 1 or 2 chapters a day and get comfortable with those. So it is a process, but it is very, very doable, because there are super nice tutorials out there. And now let's draw. So I like to duplicate all the beads that I have prepared in advance, because I always leave 1 set of beads, of course, for the material list. So then I don't have to copy it from the already drawn illustration. And then I also, the second copy, I'm using it in the illustration itself. So what I like to do is that I draw for myself a kind of a guide, a circle usually, that will help me with rotating and mirroring and everything, and I always remove it by the end. When I am rotating the shapes around the central component or any kind of central point, then I have to give the program an orientation point that this is where you need to, like, this point is the one where you need to rotate around the other component. And sometimes it does not recognize, for example, the center of a more complicated or a bigger shape, like the origami flower would be in this case. And as I am not a professional graphic designer, I don't know why, and this is easy for me, so this is how I solved my problem. And if you sometimes notice that accidentally there is a colorful circle in one of the illustrations in the tutorial that I shared with you, then it's because I forgot to delete it. So now you know this little secret, that's why it's happening. So now I take this lily flower, and you see, like, I already have a line to guide me, so I can put it down exactly where it belongs in one line with the other beads. But if it wouldn't appear, then I can also use these tools. There are these alignment tools that I can align beads so they are in one line. Everything is exactly at the same spot on the left, or on the right, or on the top, on the bottom, or even what I really like when I'm making the layouts of tutorials, that there are some additional features. So there is like equal space between them. So this is super nice tool. Now, putting back everything where they belong. Can you see it well? So now I have the origami flower bead and the lily. And since there are 6 lily flower beads, then I will rotate it in an angle that is 360 divided by 6, so it will be 60 degrees. You see, I can now mark the center where I want to rotate around the lily, and I told that the program that I want to rotate it by 60 degrees, and I want to copy it instead of moving the original. And then I'm just repeating the step, and I have made 6 of the lily flowers. So this is how it looks like at the moment. And now I would like to add the wax solo bead. And first of all, I also have some Miyuki delicas around the wax solo, so I will actually draw those Miyuki delicas first. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Miyuki delicas on both sides of the wax solo. So 4, 6, and 7. And I'm using now my alignment tool also to put them all in one line and also to divide them equally. Since all of them are marked, then I can rotate them together at the same time, making sure that they move together and I don't have to move everything one by one. And this is probably a little stupid trick which I'm doing because I'm not a professional, but how I want to put the 7 Miyuki Delica beads on the other side of the wax solos and making sure that they are in the equal distance with from the wax solo. What I'm doing is that I reflect everything, I copy. So you see I have now 2 sets of the wax solo plus the 7 Delica beads, and I move everything together until one wax solo is covering the other completely, and then I delete the extra one. So this is my little trick how I'm doing that. And then I'm also putting one here in one line with the center of the wax solo. Now I can mark with my mouse that I want to move everything together. So I'm moving the wax solos, the 2 times 7 delicas plus the 1 in the middle. I put it down on top of a lily flower. So first I want to rotate this set of beads by 30 degrees to make sure that they are exactly between 2 lily flowers. I leave them selected, and then I continue with my rotation, and now I'm putting in 60 degrees, and I'm copying the set of beads over and over again. So this is how it looks like, the wax solos and the lily flowers. And actually, a little fun part that I know what I want to do. I told you I know how I want this motif to look like, and I'm going to draw it sooner than how it would be beaded. So I would like to, it might not work out at the end because, well, it needs to be tested in real life, of course, but my goal is to add a size 11 seed bead over the lily flower, and then 2 slender bugle beads on the sides of the lily flower. And I'm doing my little trick to make sure that the bugles are in equal distance from the round 11. And I will probably use a bronze purple toned color for the bugle beads. I don't remember the name of it. And I'm aiming for a silver colored round 11 in the middle. So I'm coloring the round 11. I'm coloring also the bugles. And now I'm making my final rotation. 60 degrees, copying it. I make 6 sets all around the motif. And now, since I'm ready, I can delete this circle which was helping me in the middle to get in alignment, to get straight lines, and so on. So this is how the final illustration will look like. And this is what I wanted to show you today. And I hope you enjoyed seeing a bit of the behind the scenes work, what's happening when the beading is done. So ladies, please let me know if you have any questions about this. Oh, you are very, very kind, ladies. I'm not a professional in graphic designing. I am comfortable. I am very comfortable with my skills now when it comes to beading diagrams. I still would love to attend. That is one of my personal goals, to attend a professional course when a graphic designer would help me with perfecting where I lack some tricks, where I lack some knowledge. But anyway, I also love doing this part, and it was really fun to share it with you today. leave it here. And thank you, Kate. It means a lot to me from coming from you with 20 years of experience. So thank you so much, ladies. This was Lady Lily. This is Lady Lily. Lady Lily will come as a video tutorial to you once when we finished playing with our Tatis's treasure box. Tatis's treasure box is far from being empty, as we have been talking about it in the Beading School Club. So very soon, the second signature jewel, the 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼, is coming to you. This is the gift for all fuchsia level students. I've already beaded the tutorial, the illustrations. So all I need to do is attach my second ear wire to complete my earring. So the tutorial is nearly finished with Veronka. Veronka is actually really good at Illustrator, using Illustrator. So she is helping me with putting the graphics into the PDF file. And that is really an enormous help from her. So 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼 is coming later this week to you. And I can't wait to see your variations. I would like to also share with you that there are many new articles waiting for you on the Beading School Club. So Terry was asking, after we finished the Tulip Mania theme, then Terry was asking for an article with some general knowledge about using the flower-shaped beads that we were playing with during Tulip Mania. They can be tricky, as most of them are flat and they have only one hole, so they keep turning around when they are not fixed properly. So now you can find a general article with some tips and tricks and experience shared on the Beading School blog. Also, what I really love, that fellow beaders are sharing their own tips and tricks in comments. So make sure also to read the comment part. And you will also find there an interview with Veronka. You will find there a little video guide, how it looks like when I need to secure a super short thread. So there are lots of new articles waiting for you. A little information. So this Friday, No One Has to Bead Alone is coming to you in the form of a PDF file. So we are having a new tutorial designed and written by Susie. Susie is also really getting good at illustrating, and she just finished today an illustration for a ring that you can bead from the Tatis's treasure box. So that is coming to you this Friday. During the upcoming time in the near future, it might happen that the frequency of my live videos will unfortunately differ from what we are used to, from the twice a week, Tuesday coffee time, and Friday No One Has to Bead Alone. Because on one hand, I actually feel the need, especially now after COVID, that I need to take it a little bit easier. I have some weakness as a residue, so sometimes we will come with a tutorial, a PDF tutorial for you. Sometimes we will come with a recorded video. There will still be designs every Friday coming to you, so you can get inspired and play. But I need to take it a little bit easier, so it might not always be a live video. But even if it will be a PDF, then we always have the beading school club to have a kind of a creative after party to share our ideas, to share inspiration. So please keep beading, keep inspiring and helping each other. Keep the community together, and that's absolutely the most important. So thank you so much, ladies, for spending some time with me today. And let me know still if you have questions about the Illustrator. We are coming with Ithaca. We are coming with Susie's Beautiful Ring on Friday. And wishing you lots of creative ideas and a nice reminder of the week. Bye bye, ladies.